Hi, Internet. Welcome to the Troyan YouTube channel. In this Thin Lizzy Thursday, I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Thin Lizzy Thursday, we're back. It's like we never left. So I know I made a couple videos about how I might not be doing Thin Lizzy Thursdays because I got a new job that was going to be very demanding. So I had my regular 40-hour week job, and then I had a new job that was going to be an additional 20 hours a week, and I ended up actually quitting that job. And the reason is that they wanted me to work 30 hours a week, and also they wanted to pay me less than they originally agreed to pay me. So that's never happened where I started a job, signed a contract, had been through in the training process for like a week and a half, and then they're like, actually, we want you to work more and pay you less. And I guess that was like a thing across the company where they wanted to pay everyone in the company less, even people who had been there for like 20 years, and like cut their pay in half. And like it just was like across the board. And since I had just started, I was like, no, no, I'm not going to do this. So it is the first job where I've ever quit without 2 weeks' notice, but also it's the first job where they've ever changed the contract on me with less than 2 weeks' notice, with less than 2 weeks after starting. We're like, so yeah, we're going to pay you less and ask you to work way more hours. And also, they made everyone sign the contracts, the new contracts, with less than 24 hours notice, and said you had to sign the contract or else you would lose the position. Um, so, so I ended up just playing them this song. Yep, so played them a little bit of that, and also provided everyone in the company with links on how to unionize, because the people who sent the email don't know how BCC works and accidentally gave out everyone's personal email addresses, violating the privacy of hundreds of employees. And I told everyone how to unionize, but said, I'm not sticking around for this. If you guys want to stick around, here's how to unionize, and I bounced. So, what does that mean? Hot labor summer went out with a bang. Americans continue to unionize. And hey, Thin Lizzy Thursday, we're back, baby. We are back. All right, so Thin Lizzy Thursday, we're back. We are going to be doing some changes, though. I'm going to be getting rid of the audience vote. And the reason why is it puts a lot of pressure on when I'm able to record. Where if I'm doing a random song, I can just do that whenever. But if I'm doing the audience vote, I have to wait for the audience vote to come in and then find the time to record. And sometimes that's actually more difficult, where like that's like an extra constraint. So what I'm going to be doing from now on, I'm just getting rid of the audience vote, because it's always just like whatever's the most popular Thin Lizzy song wins, and then we just get nothing but Black Star Riders in the random song. So it's going to be getting rid of that just so I can like record in bulk if I need to. So if I have a day where like, oh, I can just knock out like 4, then I can take a month off, do other things, make sure that there's no loss in Thin Lizzy Thursday. And like, yeah, the audience vote is like kind of fun, but it's a lot better for my schedule. And if it keeps Thin Lizzy Thursday going to get rid of the audience vote, I think that's ultimately a better sacrifice to make. So it's going to be just the random songs from now on from the list. If there's anything missing from the list that you noticed when I posted a couple weeks ago, just go into the community tab. Please let me know. But yeah, so I have no idea what we're listening to today. But, we're going to pull up that random number generator. We're going to pull up that classic tune and see what we're getting this week. right, and I actually was not ready, so sorry about that because I was just trying to find the track. But we are going to be doing. Resize that. We're going to be doing No More by Phil Lynott. So this is a demo. I don't know it. And there's a few different versions. So, what's probably going to be the highest quality? Let's check out. There's a few different versions. Let's see how the quality on this version is because it's a demo. See how's this one sound. It sounds great. So crisp, so clear. Probably okay. How's this version? Sounds exactly the same. And how about this one? I'm just trying to see if it's like with the demos, it's hard to find like the highest quality version. Yeah, we're just gonna. All right, one last chance. All right, I'm gonna stick with the first one. All right, I'm going to rewind just a hair, but I paused over the hook because I haven't heard this one before. So one of the nice things is that I actually left a lot of these demos for me to not listen to, so I could actually get like a sort of authentic reactions to it, which is nice. So the track itself, it's actually it's more complete than a lot of demos that we hear. Where like it does have that metronome, which is a bit annoying to listen to as far as like a music listener. But I understand like as a musician, you know why you record to a metronome when you're like recording a demo or an album, and then you cut it out for the finished version. But this just shows that it's like it's not finished in that sense, but musically and lyrically, it actually sounds like pretty good. As far as the narrative, I wasn't able to make it out completely, but I was kind of actually getting like a Rambo vibe to it. Um, sort of the unfortunate thing is that there's not necessarily like lyric sites for these demos, so it's harder to pick up on what like the lyrical theme is for it. But I was talking about like a man working for the government had a gun in the jungle, so I'm just assuming that's like a Vietnam, because Phil would have been alive during that era, even though he wasn't in the United States. That was a big international conflict. So I assume that's kind of like the, vibe that we're getting here. And, the title No More, I would imagine the character is, wanting an end to this conflict because, like, the horrors of war that brings. I mean, I'm sure that actually if I looked at the lyrics closer, like if I wasn't doing a first time reaction, it was like going line by line, I would find a more specific meaning that probably isn't exactly that, but that's sort of like the vibe that I'm getting from this. This has Steve Johnson on guitar, who I'm not necessarily familiar with, but he sounds great, and the song has a very Phil Lynott pulse, a very Phil Lynott rhythm. It sounds like something Phil would write because he did, and it sounds cool. So yeah, let's get back to it. All right, yeah, that was pretty sick. Yeah, great guitar playing. I liked. So this actually reminds me of a Lipstick song, which I know like annoys some people in the comments when like I bring up my own band in comparison to like what we're doing, but or what we're listening to. But one of the things when I was in a band is that I tried to like take lessons from my like rock and roll heroes and tried to incorporate that into my own music, and failed in a certain number of ways because there were certain core fundamental lessons I didn't understand, and beyond, and also like just like the lack of the talent, at least on my end. Lack of natural talent, like good songwriting talent, just awful technical ability on my end. Um, but we had a song on the first album that went called "Alone," which is kind of just it's a standard like kind of a hair metal song. And during the second verse when we did it live, one of our guitar players would add a guitar part that wasn't in the verses on the original, but like it would offer a more like dynamic build to make it more interesting rather than just repeating the same thing from the first verse to the second verse. And the guitar part that he did for that live version was kind of similar to what they did for the second verse of this song. And it made me think hair metal because he was a very hair metal kind of guitarist, that guitarist in the band. And so to see that, my thought was hair metal when listening to this, but I know that I have a tendency. Um, Sorry, the eyes are not working today. I have a tendency to words. I have a tendency to associate things with hair metal that aren't necessarily hair metal. I jump to hair metal quite a bit, but then that guitar solo was extremely hair metal. So the hair metal comparison was apt, at least in terms of the guitar playing. So the song itself, it's very classic Phil Lynott. Man, I might need sunglasses today. I don't know what my eyes are doing. So the song itself was very Phil Lynott, but yeah, definitely need more tea. The song itself was very Phil Lynott, but some of the guitar playing was very hair metal. So it like a John Sykes kind of vibe. All right, let's get back to it.
Brother, do you know me? My sister don't know me well. My father disowned me. He says I'm going to hell. There's a man in the government got a rifle on the range.
Also, sorry, I forgot that I had it not muted when I was drinking, so hopefully that wasn't too loud.
Ain't that a child in the jungle? Dying in no more, he says, no more. It took a long time to see it, but no more. No more, she says, no more. It took a long time to see it, but no more. No more, she says, no, no, no. It took a long time to see it, but no more. No more. No more.
Oh, that is very much a demo ending. Oh my god, I wasn't ready for that. I was like, all right, Steve. But then, like, the ending was like, for any of you who've actually been in a studio and recorded a demo, and the guitar player's just sort of like dicking around. Wow, that is authentic. That is authentic shit right there. So First off, apologies a little bit. I've realized like this is not necessarily the best reaction. I was sort of like stumbling over my words. My eyes are like all puffed out or whatever. Um, so I did get the other second job back, and so like transitioning between the two, and then like the amount of it was a crazy couple weeks, and still like transitioning out of that and recovering from all that. Um, so might be a wee bit tired, but I still wanted to make sure that I actually had Thin Lizzy Thursday because I know it makes people happy and I like doing it, and so I'm glad to do it. But yeah, this was a great little hidden gem. I think obviously it's a demo. Obviously, there's sound quality issues. That's just it goes with the territory with demos. Obviously, they're incomplete. The metronome and such. But I thought it was cool. I think it's a good song. I think if it was finished, like higher quality recording, I think it's a good song. And I judge more based upon the songwriting than the like performance or technical nuances. That's more what I care about. I know a lot of people are just like production nerds or whatever, and they can't even listen to demos. But I'm more interested in like, is there a cool song here? And I think there's a cool song here. I definitely liked it. So now comes the part where we rank it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think this is pretty cool. Yeah, I would put actually. I think it's better fundamentally than Killer on the Loose. I think they're kind of like they have kind of like a similar pulse to them, but I think I'd rather listen to in my perfect universe, I would trade Killer on the Loose for a higher quality version of this song. Like if Killer on the Loose, is like the crappy demo, and then No More is a high quality Thin Lizzy studio cut, I would make that trade. I would do that. That's just me. I'm sure there'd be some disagreement in the comments, but yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and stick around next week for more Thin Lizzy Thursday. All right, see you in the comments. Bye, everyone.